Hi everyone, I'm Yogiyue with Yoga Lifestyles. Welcome back to our next video in the series. Let's get started. Come to child's pose. And press your forehead firmly down into your mat. Start to breathe here. One more breath. And start to lift up. Tuck your toes under and press your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. And take a few moments here, pedal out your feet. And look forward between your hands. Start to walk up to meet them. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Open your feet hip width distance apart. Ragdoll pose. You want to keep your knees slightly bent here and just hang low, right? Shake your head out. Nice and easy. Decompress your back and spine. And start to release your hands. Roll your way up to standing mountain pose. Reach up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Stretch all the way up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And step back to high plank. And so today we're going to be working on a lot of upper body and arm strength, right? And so really bring your awareness, send your breath to those areas. And even in plank, you're engaging all the muscles in your body. Feel a little warmth rising. Take one more inhale. Lower halfway to chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Keep your hips on your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Walk or hop to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Root down through your feet, lift up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Walk back to plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awakening your body, going through some sun salute A to really just open you up, warm you up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, look forward, walk, hop, or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Walk or jump back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Bring your big toes to touch. Look forward between your hands. Bend your knees a lot. Jump to meet them. Halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold, breathe out. Bend your knees for chair pose. Reach up to the sky and you want to soften your shoulders away from your ears. Yeah. And actually interlace your fingers behind your back. Let's get a nice shoulder stretch. Squeeze your shoulder blades in together as you send your tailbone a little lower to your mat. Keep your heart lifted. You can even look up and breathe. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low plank. Walk or jump back. Take chaturanga. Inhale, up dog this time. So lift your hips and thighs. Keep the tops of your feet grounded on your mat. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Take your right leg, reach it up to the sky. And circle out your ankle. Bend your knee. Feel a nice stretch. And step your foot between your hands for warrior one. Back foot is planted. Reach up to the sky. Open up to warrior two. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and really engage your arms. Turn your gaze right over your fingertips and feel the power in this warrior pose. Keep your front knee stacked over your ankle and reach back for exalted warrior. And drop your forearm down to your thigh for side angle pose. Reach your arm up to the sky or maybe bicep over your ear so that you can feel a nice side body stretch. Turn your gaze down to your mat or up to the sky. And come back to plank pose. Yeah. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Left leg reaches to the sky, big inhale. Bend your knee and stack your hips. And foot between your hands for warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Open your arms out nice and wide. Spread your fingers out, really engage, create energy through your fingertips. Reach back for exalted warrior. And drop down forearm to your thigh for side angle pose. Option to reach up or really get a nice side body stretch by bringing your arm up over your ear. And continue to open up your lungs towards the sky. And come back to plank pose. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. The tops of your feet stay grounded. And exhale, downward facing dog. And by now you should start feeling a little warmth, right? A little warmth in your body. Stay motivated, stay here, present to your practice. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh it out, let it go. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Walk, hop, or jump to meet them. Halfway lift, breathe in. And forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Bend your knees for chair pose. Now again, you want to plug your belly button in towards your spine, send your tailbone to your heels, right? Feel a lot of the weight in your heels. Lift and spread your toes. Reach back, interlace your fingers, shoulders away from your ears, just like we've been doing, and squeeze. Stay just like this, or feel free to add a little bit more if you're ready, right? Come to the balls of your feet, lift your heels off your mat, and come back to chair pose, heels go down. Inhale again, heels off your mat, and exhale back, chair pose. Inhale one more time, heels off your mat, really lift them high. And take it back, chair pose. One more time, reach to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, look up. And downward facing dog, take it back. So check in to see how you're doing. How are you feeling right now at this moment? Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out. Right leg reaches to the sky. Knee to your nose, hug it in. Let's engage your core. Inhale, reach back up to the sky and step it through for warrior one. This time, create cactus arms with your hands, bend your elbows 90 degrees, right? You want your shoulders and your arms to align. Shoulders away from your ears, just like we've been doing. And squeeze your shoulder blades in together. Feel that stretch across your chest. Breathe. Open nice and wide, warrior two. Sink in just a little lower and really feel the space of your mat, right? Exalted warrior, reach back. In side angle pose, this time drop your hand down to your mat, look up and reach. Feel free to bind your arms, opening your chest higher to the sky. One more breath here. And plant your hands. This time stay in high plank pose. Keep breathing. Bring your left hand to the center of your mat. Let's take a side plank. Reach your right arm to the sky. Yeah, and the option here to drop your bottom knee down if you want to modify a little bit. But you want to keep reaching up, sending your hips up towards the sky. Taking a deep breath in and out. And come back through center. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky, big inhale. Knee to your nose, hug it in, and send it back up. Warrior one, step feet between your hands. Reach up. And add those cactus arms, bending your elbows, really sinking in nice and low, and lifting your heart higher to the sky. And really softening into the pose, right? So a lot of times in yoga, you want to add a duality, right? So effort and ease. Where is your effort? Where is your ease here? Can you add a little bit of ease in your face and your shoulders, but add a lot of effort in your feet and your legs. Open up to warrior two. Same thing here, effort and ease. Where can you add ease? Reach back, exalted warrior. And side angle pose, forearm to thigh or hand to your mat. Look up, maybe bind. One more breath. And both hands down. Stay right here in your plank. Feel that strength, the energy circulating through your body. Bring your right hand to the center of your mat and open up to side plank. Left arm reaches to the sky. Same thing here, option to drop that bottom knee down, but keep lifting through your hips. Look up to the sky and exercise your bravery muscles. Really breathe, inhale. And high to low plank, exhale. And spend some time here. Pedal out your feet, breathe. And as you inhale, come out to plank pose. Come out to plank pose. Drop down to your forearms. Keep your shoulders stacked right over your elbows. Belly's engaged. And your sit bones are in alignment with the rest of your body. Come back high. And take side plank, left hand to the center of your mat, open up to the right side. Yeah, and if you're doing a different side, that's totally fine, right? This is your practice, and I want you to feel comfortable in your own home. Come back to center and drop back down to forearms. Feel the muscles engage in your arms, your biceps and triceps. Come back high and take side plank to the other side. And high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Look forward between your hands. Walk, hop, or jump. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And land with your hands at your heart center. And so now let's move into some balancing poses. Right? So drop your hands down by your arms. Roll your shoulders up and back a couple times. And then send all your weight to one side and reach back, grab the arch of your foot. Right? And you want to kick your foot into your hand, start to engage the muscles in your body, squeeze your glutes. Yeah? And reach your other arm up to the sky and start to lean forward And to shorten the lever a little bit, if you want to modify, bend your standing leg, right? And keep breathing. You're going to feel a nice stretch across your chest. Keep breathing. And then as you let it go, bring up to tree pose, right? So use the inner thigh or below the knee, right? You never want to stick your foot into your knee. You want to always protect your knee, right? And here you are reaching up to the sky. Add your favorite arm variation. So you can bend your arms like cactus arms or reach back behind you, interlace your fingers. And you can even bring your elbows and wrists together to touch and engage your lats by lifting your elbows up closer to the sky, higher to the sky. One more breath here. And release. Shake everything out. You were on that standing leg for a while, so really shake it out, right? And come back to mountain pose. Let's switch to the other side. So reach back, grab the arch of your foot. Start to kick your foot into your hand, engaging your core muscles, and you're gonna stretch out that front chest and your shoulder, right? Start to lean forward, and again, modify by bending your standing leg. Reach your arm to the sky, and breathe. Slowly start to come back, bringing that foot in to tree pose. Again, avoiding the knee. You always wanna be above or below the knee. Right? Add your favorite arm variation. Maybe this time your arms go out to the side. Or you reach back and grab opposite elbows. You can absolutely do that. Lift your heart higher. Right? Choose what you love here, what empowers you in this pose. And breathe. Good. Now let that go and shake everything out. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, low push-up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. And take a few deep breaths right here. And notice how at this point, down dog starts to feel like a resting pose. Yeah? And send your chest towards your knees, right? Feel the stretch in your arms, your armpits, the sides of your body. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. Inhale out to plank pose, right? So we're here again. Breathe right here. Keep your muscles engaged. And let's do some shoulder taps, right? So bring your hand up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay in plank. Drop down to forearm plank. Stay engaged, stay connected. Come back up, high plank. Shoulder taps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay in plank. Yes, you can. You can totally do this. Come down to your forearms. One last time. Back to high plank. And one last time, shoulder taps. 1, 2, yes you can, stay with me. 3, 4, and 5. Stay here. Start to walk your feet in closer. Setting up for crow pose. Keep your hands firmly planted on your mat. Bend your elbows a little bit, kind of like chaturanga arms. And you want to send your weight and plant your knees into the back of your arms, your triceps, right? And lean forward, just get a feel of the strength in your body and come back. Inhale, lean forward again, bend your arms, use your shoulders, engage your core. Come back. Inhale, lean forward one more time. And this time, just stay right here. Do not take flight, but just feel. Feel the power in the pose. Feel the power in the pose. One more breath. And walk your feet back to plank. Come down to your forearms one last time. I know that you can. Keep that belly engaged. Turn your eyes back up. Walk your feet back in. Just set up for crow pose, right? Bend your arms like chaturanga arms and use your triceps as a shelf for your knees, right? Really place all your weight into your arms and shoulders and away off of your wrists, right? Lean forward, come to your tiptoes and come back. Inhale, lean forward and come back. And use the strength in your arms to lift you up and back and really feel the heat, the warmth forming up in your upper chest, upper body. And then next time, stay there. Play around with lifting one foot off your mat at a time. You absolutely do not have to take flight today, but just play, right? Get acquainted with your crow. One more time. Good. And then step back, downward facing dog. Yeah. Reach your right leg up to the sky and slide your knee between your hands for pigeon. Yeah. And we're gonna start to cool down a little bit. Just bring down your practice. Shift your weight from side to side, soften out through your neck and shoulders, and walk down to your forearms. You can even rest your forehead down and breathe. If you need a little more here in your upper arms and chest, thread your needle right arm through your left arm. Okay? It's a good add-on pose to this and calms you down from all the work you just did. And come back through center. An option to lift up and reach behind you for king pigeon. Right? Grab your foot or ankle and really feel a nice stretch across the front of your chest and your shoulder. Keep breathing. You can look forward or look back behind you. And come back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet a few times. Take a deep breath in and out. Left leg to the sky, reach it high. And send your knee between your hands for pigeon pose. Yeah. And shift your weight side to side. And remember, each side might feel different, so just be patient with your body and modify as you need to. Drop down to your forearms and rest. And of course, if you need a little bit more in your shoulders and your arms, thread the needle, left arm through your right arm, and hang out here. On your next breath, start to rise back up. An option to reach back for king pigeon, grabbing onto your foot or ankle. Breathe. You can even add on from here, reaching your other arm up to the sky. And as you release, swing both legs around to the front. Wiggle and shake out your legs. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Let's take one forward fold. Fold right over. And grab onto your shin, ankles, maybe even your toes. Inhale, reach back up to the sky. And plant your hands behind you. Let your fingers face your toes for this one. And bend your knees, bend your legs. Plant your feet on your mat for reverse tabletop. So lift your hips up to the sky. And you can keep gazing up or let your head go back. You tuck your chin in, come back down to a seat. One more forward fold. Inhale, reach back up. And plant your hands back behind you. This time, keep your legs straight and press down through your toes. Lift your hips to the sky. This is reverse plank. Let's add a little bit here, some shoulder dips. Right, let's do 3. Bring your sit bones down to your mat for 2. And last one. Come all the way down and to your back. Hug your knees to your chest, start to rock from side to side. Feel a nice little massage in your back and spine. And plant your feet down, hip width distance apart. You're gonna lift your hips up for bridge pose. Really walk your shoulder blades in closer together. Interlace your fingers and pull your arms towards your heels. And you can stay just like this, or bring your hands up by your ears, setting up for wheel pose. This is gonna be an awesome stretch for the whole front of your body. Inhale as you lift up. And keep your feet planted firmly. Breathe. And as you're ready, tuck your chin in, slowly come back down. Hug into your chest, rock from side to side. And then drop your knees to one side, open your arms out nice and wide like a capital T. And look over, breathe. You can close your eyes at this time. Just start reflecting on your practice. Inhale, come back through center and switch over to the other side. Inhale, come back through center. Give your knees one final hug, one more squeeze. And then lay out nice and flat on your mat for Shavasana. Final resting pose. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And so notice the flow of energy in your body now. Notice all the muscles in your arms, your chests, your shoulders and your back, all engaged. Notice all the work that you've done today, and thank yourself for joining in on this practice. And as you're ready, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and circle out your wrists and ankles. Reach your arms over your head, take a full body stretch. And then roll over to your side. On your next inhale, start to press yourself up to a seat. And sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders away from your ears. And let's take one more deep breath in and out. Bring your hands to your heart center. And thank you so much for joining me today in this video. I look forward to seeing you for the next one. Namaste.